And we're back live on Tuesday with the Beef and Barnzy Show, and we have a special guest today. But once again, I am joined by my internet personality and multiple PBA titleist, Stu Williams, coming to you live from Las Vegas or Phoenix.
Hey, Chris. I don't know. I'm super excited about today. We need to. I feel like before we do the intro, we need to get a few more people live in here. We're live on my channel and your channel today. We're going to be sharing on the Beef and Barnzy. So, yeah. Let's have just a real brief synopsis of how your weekend went.
I bowled my first SASBA, stealing some of that over 50 money, as I've been told repeatedly that's what's going to happen. And we blistered them in there for 10th. At one point, we made it all the way down to last of the 18 teams that made the finals.
Yeah, they certainly play for keeps with those round robins, don't they? 18-person round robin. 18 teams. Yeah.
18. Yes. Pardon me while I share this out here and make sure. Get in for this one. I think we might get a few stories out of today. So,
yeah, we've got possibly the most vocal of the people with the strange habits, shall we say? Superstitious.com coming into us today.
Coming in hot. Well, I guess with that we can start the introductions here. He's a 13-time titleist. He was on Team USA for 5 years, including the original quote unquote dream team. He made, I believe it's right at 48 telecasts, including a bunch of professional telecasts, including the Masters when he was about 12 a few times. PBA Player of the Year in 2004 and 5. One of the left-handers, or maybe the only left-hander I respect most I would bowl with this guy anytime, anywhere. The one and the only Mop, Patrick Allen.
You guys are the best, man. What's going on? It's been a long time.
It has. We're going to have to, at some point in the episode, we're going to have to do the PA dictionary of slick, hot, horse.
No. We're way past that stage of life now, man.
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me they've disappeared. I don't believe it.
They have. Even my friends disappeared. You know, I don't hang out with you guys no more. So everything's kind of changed. You know, the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, for sure. So, what are you up to?
You know, it has been pretty boring up here the last 3 months. You know, being up in New York, New Jersey. You know, there's just not much going on. No bowling, can't work. You know, I run a pro shop and, you know, fortunately, unemployment kicks in and that really helps. But, you know, eventually we need to get back, and it would be great to get back to normal life, but you just don't know when that's going to be.
Oh, look, we got Greg Wright coming in here. PBA 50, PA versus Barnes would be epic / hashtag HoF.
Absolutely not. I couldn't beat Chris's kids, let alone Chris.
Neither can Chris.
I subbed in league last night. I had to double in the 10th to get him by 5. So,
yes, sir.
Chris is breeding a 2-hander. Oh, the irony.
I have a 2-hander and a left-hander. They are everything I'm not. That's how much respect I've carried in this house.
I knew Troy was lefty, but I didn't know Ryan was 2-handed. Wow.
Yeah, that changed a few years back. I came back off tour, and he used to mess around and show off doing it. I went, okay, well, in case you ever want to be good at this long term, you can pretty much just throw it that way. So
interesting.
Wherever it's 500 or whatever, you know, it goes sideways. It does things my ball's never done.
So the Beef and Barnzy show, how did this thing start?
Linda's got an open invite for you to come and work on Troy's game.
Oh, goodness.
You have way less moving
I
parts.
haven't seen those kids since they were like 8.
That's what she said. She went down to Chateau Barnes.
He's only got in about 50 games since then, so
Yeah.
got a blank slate to work with.
So how does things start?
Well, we were both looking for something to do to try and I guess the technical phrase would be stay relevant.
Fair enough.
So we did a couple of live chats, and then we were like, well, it'd be fun. We could do one together or whatever. So we were supposed to be able to do it together, and it was easy. And then it wasn't, because Facebook changed a bunch of the settings or whatever. So we ended up having like Chris doing live with the phone like this, and it was a disaster. It was a debacle. So being as me and Chris are both like kind of, we technically savvy, shall we say, we put our heads together for a little bit, and we found this platform that we could go live, and then it kind of just started, and then we developed somewhat of a cult following. So we kept it going. So
Awesome.
we were on about 4 times a week at the peak, but now people are getting back to work and stuff. There's not really the demand for that often, so we've gone to just a couple of times a week now.
Gotcha.
Paul Rhodes here is talking. Boris Johnson, who's the British Prime Minister, they announced that bowling centres weren't opening in England on July the 4th when they were opening the next set. So that sucked.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to open up here on July 7th. Connecticut and Delaware have opened like in the last week or two, but New York and New Jersey are still shut down.
Yeah, they were saying that there was a thing on the radio the other day. They were saying that America's the only place where the epicenter is doing better than the rest of the country.
Right now it is, unfortunately, yes.
So, yeah, Florida
Not
looks
good,
like
bro.
it's in a world of hurt. Arizona last week, we were there. That was a bit scary. I mean, Texas is an odd one because the numbers make it seem like it's scary, but it's so unbelievably massive that it's hard to know.
So since you guys have opened up down there with bowling tournaments and everything, no one's gotten sick?
Not that I know of.
I heard of one case this morning, and it was one of the smaller ones down in San Antonio. Kabansky bowled. They said that somebody had bowled, and so far there's no collateral. But that's the first time that somebody had symptoms. So
wow.
There you go, Mop. They're trying to turn that New Jersey, New York Ryder Cup thing into a full-on shit show if they want me and you to do the commentary.
I don't know anything about New Jersey, New York Ryder Cup, so I don't even know what the heck they're even talking about.
Oh,
I'm out of the loop, man.
They've got a match going on. Yeah, I guess it's going to be in August, I think.
Right.
So there's like 15 guys from Jersey and 15 guys from New York. No yoke. So
Awesome.
from the early lines, New York are a strong Vegas favorite.
You think so?
Yeah. Like strong, Mop. Like minus 400 strong.
Wow.
I mean, maybe some people could come in and tell us, but it seems like everybody else is saying that the New Jersey guys are like talking Miracle on Ice.
Wow.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, how are they going to keep up with what's his name? Joe Navarra. Joe Navarra.
Let's just say he strikes a lot, but it depends what he's striking on. Let's just say that.
Yeah. No,
he strikes a lot.
Yep. Yeah, I saw it.
As long as it's not anything sport.
We like to say we have some of the best fans in the business, and they come in hot sometimes. So I'm expecting a little bit from our
Coming in hot.
from the bleacher seats. So, but yeah, this one's all the way from the Middle East. Are you planning on bowling the PBA 50 tour?
Not really. Unfortunately, right now, I'm in no position or shape to bowl. I don't think it's going to happen. But we'll see. You never know. When you get forced into that situation. I turned 50 in September, so we'll see.
Same up. Depends what the prize funds are.
No.
If the prize funds are decent, there's a lot of motivation out there.
Yeah, but these guys are too good, man. They've been bowling the whole last 3-4 years when I've been sitting on my you-know-what, doing nothing. So.
Exactly. They're jaded, Mop. Jaded.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm in a better mental aspect, right?
Yeah. Here's a story that could go in any direction. Tony Mancini, PA, tell us a great NEBA story.
NEBA, my goodness. I guess the NEBA stories were getting up at 4:30 in the morning, driving 3 hours, 3.5 hours, bowl a 9 o'clock squad, bowl all day, and get home at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Those were long, long days. And, first place at that point was like, 1,200. There wasn't a lot of bracket action. So you go make a couple $100, you had a really good day. So those were some interesting times.
Funny story. I worked one of the distributor shows, and Little Lich came.
Little Lich?
Little Lich was there.
Which one's Little Lich?
Mike.
So yeah, Little Lich is 51 now. Yeah. Was that the first time you ever met him?
Yeah. Well, I knew who he was, obviously.
Right.
And he comes up to the table, and he doesn't really, he knows who I am, but he doesn't know me to say hello. And he goes,
"What's up, boss?"
Exactly. I go, "Yo, bro, what's going on, boss?" And he just looked at me like, "Oh, it was the best."
Nice.
And I told him that I roomed with you for a while. And he's just like, "Oh my god, train wreck, Mop, train wreck."
Train wreck.
This comment could be going from anywhere. Anywhere in the world. We don't have any idea where Rick is today, but the best mop in the world. That's right.
Slick Rick Benoit, the legend, the myth, the guru of the PBA Tour for 15, 20 years.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
So we've got some pretty fun videos here.
I saw one just a little bit there.
Yeah.
In the yellow shirt.
The yellow shirt with the curtains. Let's
we can add that one in here. That's I don't know if that's your first show or not, but it's pretty close to it.
It was my second. The first one was with Lich the year before in the PBA doubles.
In the PBA doubles.
Right. This was 1993. I think you got to the top 16 in this tournament, Chris.
Patrick Allen wants to strike desperately on this ball because he fills the frame, and what he does then is make Parker Bone not only get 2 strikes to win, but he has to have at least 9 on the last ball, or 8 would be a tie.
How many times did you make the show at the Masters?
5.
4.
4.
How many times did I win the Masters?
You look identical.
Too funny, man.
Just knocking the holes out of a. Is that a torque? You know what that is?
Torque. That was the first tournament that ball came out.
What's that?
Yes, sir.
Power torque.
That was the first week that ball had actually come out.
Go heads up, right up against the teal rhino.
Yeah, he made a couple errors early in this game that really cost him. He missed a spare, and then he struck late, and you only get one re-rack in ABC competition, and he wanted a re-rack, and they didn't give it to him, and the rack was a little tight. And obviously, when that happens, it's Plaque City.
Stone cold killer there.
Yeah.
Just going in, knocking off. And then you go Norm in the final.
It's amazing.
Well, Norm in the final, I was down about 13 pins going into the 9th frame, and he literally tripped over himself on like a triple and stayed behind the foul line somehow, and the ball went dead flush. It was the most unbelievable thing ever.
Let's see how a couple of years later in PA's career, how he
A couple of years later, yeah,
changed a little bit. When his opponent.
We're at about 16 years later here.
Bink.
Oh boy.
Mark to win. And
No, 9. He needed 9 spare to tie. Strike to win. He threw the first one. There's like no way I'm thinking that there's any way I'm going to win. At best, I'm hoping for a tie. And yeah, Reno brother.
Same thing happened to me a couple of weeks ago. Fortunately, it cost me about $50 as opposed to, 20,000.
Yeah.
the Stone Cold best vid ever. Benoit says you make bowling fun. Get your butt back out there. That would be fun.
Slick Rick. It just ain't there no more, bro. These guys these guys wore me down too much. Couldn't do it no more.
I was the black cloud, Mop. Black cloud.
The black cloud. You are the black cloud of death, Stewie. The minute you came on tour, I never won again.
Yeah.
The classic PA look of disbelief / I don't really want to show how happy I am.
This is anybody who ever went to Southport to Red Rock Casino saw this the strike in the 11th about 1,000 times.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
T-Road Pearl, Mop.
T-Road Pearl had to switch balls on the left lane in like the 6th frame. The rapid fire was starting to wiggle. So had to go to the T-Road Pearl.
No.
Linda coming in, posting it up. Old school.
At that point, that ball was just one of the sickest balls on the planet at that particular time. This was a good shot. It went high flush. I should have moved the next frame, and I didn't.
Ooh.
I ended up getting away with it. But the second one in the 10th, I actually thought was even better than the first. But it almost went high. I should have moved. But being left-handed, we never moved. So you know how that works.
Just change ball, Mop.
I was just saying you might have to come back and give a seminar right now. There hasn't been anybody that far left of the big dot in a while.
I don't know what's going on out there, but I could definitely say that fortunately I didn't have to deal with Jacob and Jesper at this point in my career. So we didn't have the urethane factor. And, it's probably just a much, much different deal now.
I'm not joking. I might have seen that strike more than any strike in PBA history.
Yeah, probably
because
so.
When we used to stay at Red Rock, they had this video in every elevator, like on every billboard, and they had the same one every year. They didn't ever change it. So it just said the TOC. Are
you really going to watch the rest of this frame? You're really going to leave this on?
Pat Blanco says another lefty-lefty match. Shocking.
Yeah. Yeah. Must be Rockaway in the West Coast.
Oh dear. That was Jason coming off the top rope at you there, Mop.
Yeah.
Jason? Yeah.
Yeah. Jason Pavlenko, not either of the Steves.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's been chiming in recently with a lot of stuff, definitely.
Rick Benoit says you're the master of the ball change. Among other things.
Well.
You sure you don't want to watch the rest of this, Mop?
We don't want to watch the rest of this, bro, do we?
I don't know.
You guys are going to leave it on,
younger fans who might not have seen it.
You guys are going to leave it on. So I'm not even going to say nothing.
But you were rooming with Rhino at this point, weren't you not?
So we were off and on. This week, though, we did room together. So, there were some nights we went back to the room and it was all gung-ho, good. And then, a bad block here and, he's on suicide watch. But he bowled really well Friday night to get back to the show. And, we were rooming together at this time, though, yes. And then I would have put the ball down here. Obviously, a lot of people would probably say the same thing. I guess the shot clock was already running and the ball just had come out. He probably should have put the ball down, but I don't know. I don't know what happened here. I mean, he's on a 9-bagger and off his hand, I'm like, there's no way this is going to get 9. It can't. And if you look at my facial expression, it's like, there's just I don't know what the hell happened.
Jason knows.
Jason. That was a big curl.
That one's rough.
She going.
I think he just got around it a little bit too much, and it just shot to the left. I'm like, there's just no way.
Good spare though.
He makes it. It's crazy.
Do you think there's ever been another PBA title that finished 267 to 263? What an odd score.
No, and this happened 2 weeks after Walter Ray left the 810.
Left coast, Mark.
So,
left coast.
Left coast. 2007, 2008, 2009. That's for sure. It was
left
definitely
coast
the left
got
coast
turned off
then.
when Stewie Bagger came on tour.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm really gonna watch this one too.
Oh, I had that one chalked up as well. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, we need the volume though, Chris.
All right.
Nah. We
Yeah, for
really
this one we
don't.
do. It's not very loud on this particular one, but
This is when Mika looked like the Eastern European drug dealer.
he'd already got 7 on the fill for the tie, 9-9, then 9 and
8.
Different season, different outcome, Bob. How do you like me now?
Yeah, he destroyed me on TV the year before. I think I was 0-3 against him, and it probably helped him win Player of the Year and helped me not have any chance to win Player of the Year. So, a little bit of an outcome on the different aspect this year was a good thing for me, definitely.
And then
Even
you
though
Chris in the final, then.
I bowled Chris in the final, I had nothing to lose, man. I hate to say it, but all the pressure was on him, and I think he'd actually admit it because I don't even belong there. I don't belong there at all.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't. I hadn't won anything in forever. I'd made a billion shows and couldn't really close the deal. So you had to feel pretty good about winning that match.
It wasn't a matter of beating Mika and thinking I was going to beat you. I didn't have anything to lose, and I'm really happy for you that you broke through in this tournament. I really am, because you had been struggling for a while in some of the stuff, and there you go, bro. There it is. I remember you wearing that coat, shaking my hand after. I smiled. I didn't deserve to win a U.S. Open. Who the hell am I?
Oh, you deserve to win plenty of those. That was
Come on, man.
Above all.
I had my one shot to win, and you know what? It was a hell of a ride.
Talk about black cats. I said it forever. I said, what did you do to deserve me to strike in the 10th to win? That time?
It's a great shot, man.
Oof. Oof.
So I actually looked, and you two, considering how dominant both of you were.
Leave it on, bro. Leave it on.
You guys didn't bowl on TV against each other that often.
A little. Believe it or not, I never bowled on the same show that Norm Duke was on. Not once.
That's
yeah, you did. A master show.
When I was a member.
Yeah, when you're 21, 22 years old, yeah.
The
That's
other
crazy too.
The other 36 or 37 times I made a show on tour, I never made a show with Norm.
You made 45.
No, I didn't make 45 shows, bro.
I counted them up this morning.
You're counting team challenges, and you're counting hot shot challenge. You're counting all the BS.
I literally
on
PBA website this morning.
Okay. 45 shows.
Yeah. You had about 35 in about a 6-year period where you were banging on pretty good. It is pretty ironic though, because you were obviously I thought you and Struggy were the premier shot makers on the left side, and you were the grinder. Like
You couldn't beat Scroggy when he didn't have any luck playing 4 or 5. You couldn't beat him.
Yeah, Scroggy was good out there. You had the whole rest of it when they got tough.
He's giving it the.
The only good thing is we didn't have the urethane factor to deal with, which is a big struggle, I think, now for all those other guys that are trying to get out there. What's that?
Yeah, it would be different now with all. I mean, I don't even know what grip you'd have to use in the back players now.
The last year I bowled, those 2 guys knocked me out. Every time I went to a pair that they started on, it was 150. And that was it for me. Done. I'll see you guys later.
Yep, you better keep dreaming, Packy. Packy Hanlon dreams to be that good one day. Yep.
Yeah.
Me too, Mark. Me too.
Packy's a Cinderella story. I think there's a lot of people that think Packy has a chance.
I agree.
He's got some tools. He's an athlete, and he's working at doing more than one thing. And
I don't really know the kid. I know he's right from my area. I know he bowled at Wichita, but I've actually never even met him. But I've only heard good things about him.
Rob Piershed, urethane beast. PA killed the Seaboard Classic with it.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I think you'd probably be getting a lot better with urethane about right now. It's probably what would be happening.
I would just need to try and elbow the crap out of it and grab it like I used to. Yeah, that would probably work out well.
Well, we're both a little older and heavier. It's easier to throw it slower now too. So.
Well, yeah, we definitely don't get there as fast as we used to. That's for sure.
Let's know how your knee is.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, you're on the same.
How's your knee, Mop?
I wouldn't know. I don't even bowl. So it doesn't hurt when I don't bowl. It's great. If I go bowl for 2-3 days straight, put a little session in, it probably wouldn't be doing too well.
I want to get back here to this one comment I saw earlier. Let me see if I can find it again. It's been a minute. Linda wants to know who is the best trash talker. Who are they? And tell us your favorite match.
Who's the best trash talker? Wow.
Well, it was you. But I mean,
no, actually, your husband was pretty good at it.
Nah.
The closet trash talker.
Nah.
See, he was the only one that would give it back to me a little bit. Everybody else wouldn't really say anything because they would kind of get taken out of their element. Where it really didn't bother you whatsoever.
You had a good one.
I would say something, you come right back, which made you special, and you are, bro. You're one of the greatest bowlers I've ever seen throw a bowling ball in as many different eras. And to be still competitive at 50 years old out there against those guys, and give AJ Johnson the business. It was awesome, bro.
See, he doesn't even watch the show, and he knows that
I watch a little bit, but I watched that one definitely, no doubt about it.
So, Jason Pavlenko says PA would use the 9-step approach with urethane.
I would use 50 steps if I had to throw it slower, yeah. But there were some times where I would use some extra steps and try and just throw it as slow as I possibly could. Yes. Definitely.
So this is great because Rich Wolf says he hasn't changed a bit. You'd think he was a stump. He was pretty good. So I think that's a really good transition for me. Let's talk about Richie Wolf's belongings.
Belongings?
Yeah.
The golf clubs?
Yeah, Mark. The golf clubs.
The golf clubs that wouldn't come out of my car for a whole season? Yeah.
You'd You got to tell everybody about that one.
So it was like the second half of the season, the year I was actually player of the year, and we were in El Paso, and I actually lost to Chris Barnes that week in the round of 8. And you gave me the business there too. Anyway, so we went and played golf the next day.
That he put him in a full-blown depression. He couldn't believe he lost to somebody who actually was a stump.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So we're playing golf. It's probably 38 degrees. The wind's blowing 40 miles an hour. And I played 9 holes and quit. A lot of the other guys kept on playing. And he took a ride with me. So I left my clubs. I left his clubs in my car. And I just bowled the next 2 weeks. And I won back-to-back weeks. And he didn't get the golf clubs until the end of the swing.
Can't have them up. Stayed in the car, Mop.
Like, you're not getting the back. So he didn't.
Yeah. Can't get him back. Can't do it.
No, sir.
He also, Rich is doing great for us here. He says, it was entertaining watching him work on his thumb hole. He stressed me out. For anybody who doesn't had never seen PA work a ball out, it was you were a slugs guy, weren't you, Mop? Reslug.
I had been known to reslug a ball or two here and there, yeah.
So what was your record for a season on a reslug?
I think I spent over $1,000 one year in reslugs on the truck. So, it was before the interchangeable thumbs had come out, and my thumb would go up and down compared to where we would bowl on the West Coast, the East Coast, cold, hot, and I reslugged a lot. And when I was slugging all my balls, which was 20 to 25. So it added up. You do that 4 or 5 times in a season, it's a lot.
So PA, when he would do a ball, it was 2 new sanding discs every thumb hole.
Yes.
It was push in 3 times, I think. 1, 2, 3. Long in, short in, done.
You
The
got
best
it, man.
was when he would hold onto the trigger for a little too long and he'd be like, God damn it! And put it to one side and then take the discs off, put new discs on, do the next ball, and then that ball would have to be reslugged.
Absolutely. Yes. Every ball was a brand new a brand new sanding disc.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was great because you could stand behind PA and you could just collect sanding discs because they were like brand new. But it just
they were basically brand new, but they weren't. Yes.
So, yeah.
You got a new fan. Said Stony Burke says, I feel bad now. Not one time did I root for PA to win a match. It turns out you're a good guy.
No, I'm not.
That's not
Yes,
true.
he is.
I said forever. I would bowl with you
Houdini,
anytime.
brother.
Even now, bum knee, no practice. I'd still bowl with you. So
Jason, he obviously dealt with you a little bit. Never touched the button too long for sure. No, done. Next.
No, definitely not.
So Martin still laughs because, of course, I came out my first year on tour. There was none of the other Europeans for me. You were my
you were like one of the first.
Yeah, you were my guy.
Yeah,
PA was my baby.
That well for me.
We had a it worked out really well. I saved PA a boatload of money figuring out how to scam Priceline, and PA drove me around everywhere, so it was good. It was a good deal. We had I still remember the drive with Lonnie when we went from Vegas
to California.
Vegas all the way to Earl Anthony's place.
Yep.
He drove the whole way telling me, I'm on the show this week, Mop. We're bowling for peanuts. Left's gonna have it.
Had to. We won 250 grand the week before, bro. I knew it was coming. We were back in the 1980s again, man. Law of averages. It was coming.
And then sure enough, Simonelli won his first title, beating you.
Absolutely. Knew it.
Yeah, that was It was great because I don't know why I remember that drive so well, but me and you, when it was like a 9-hour drive, and there's a boatload of it where there's no reception, and me and you had an argument for about 2 hours over whether it was a hill or a mountain.
Yes, we did.
Remember that?
And
then
Lottie didn't say a damn word.
no, and Lottie started talking about, well, if you could buy all of the secondhand balls that were available.
Yes.
On the market.
All of them. Buy them all up. Do you think
can
it's worth
control
it?
the price? PA's like, maybe you should give it another couple of hours before you come up with an idea, Bob. Yeah. And the worst part about that argument we had was when we finally got cell reception, it said there isn't an official definition of what's a hill or a mountain. Me and you were so pissed.
The memory on you, man, is unbelievable. Wow. That was like 10 years ago.
The memory on him?
That's crazy.
That's Team Pathfinder.
Team Pathfinder.
So
yes, sir. Had that thing for about 2 years. She needed to go.
So in 2004, the third show you made, what'd you leave in the sixth frame?
I don't know, but I made the show the third week of that season. No, I didn't. That was the year before. No, no. That was 2003. I lost to Mika. I probably left the 7th pin and whiffed it. But yeah, my memory's not as good as it used to be. That's for sure. Oh boy, here we go.
Sorry about your luck, PA. You're stuck on 13 titles with Randy and I. It's an honor to be tied with you guys. There you go.
I tried to scam another title out of it, but they wouldn't give it to me. That a regional players championship. God, I wanted 14 titles, but they said, no, bro, sorry, you're stuck on 13. Cloud.
Oh, man, I miss Patrick Allen. Look at that.
I miss you guys too, man. I do. But, it's just not in the cards no more.
Well,
you got to come out. Now it's only 1 week, so.
This one's good. Jordan Nasberg. I once argued with PA about the speed limit being 75 once we hit Ohio on the way to the Hoinky, and he wouldn't believe me, and he left me on the side of the freeway. But did he leave you on the side of the freeway for that argument, Jordan? Or did he just leave you on the side of the freeway?
Jordan didn't leave him on the freeway. We went with another guy named Johnny Santiago. Johnny left him on the freeway, and that was in Pennsylvania, right before the border. Actually, it was in Jersey. It was in Jersey. We left them on the shoulder, and then we came back and got him like 10 minutes.
But let's be honest, it had nothing to do with the speed limit.
It might have, but I don't know why he threw him out. Probably because he was just being Jordan. But exactly. He did get thrown out of the vehicle. Yes, we were going to the 88 Hoinky.
This is one of the guys. This is one of my friends from college.
I remember him. He bowled the high roller stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah. What's your favorite high roller story?
Oh my God, Jesus! Wow. It probably wasn't even in the bowling center. It was probably stuff outside of the bowling center.
That's perfectly acceptable on this show.
I bowled, obviously a few years before I even turned 21 when I couldn't gamble. We did a lot of other stuff that we got probably, I really can't say. Let's just say that.
We don't really have any rules on the show.
Lighting off bottle rockets and setting a tree on fire in Dave Walker's neighborhood, I'll leave it at that. It wasn't me, though. That's all I'm going to say. It wasn't me.
Statute of limitations, bro.
Yeah, it was like 25 years ago. Yeah.
Rick Benoit makes a good point here. Jordan's memory and PA's memory
Vegas,
isn't that
obviously it's not a good place to light off fireworks, especially if they hit a tree. It's probably going to catch on fire, which it did.
Steve Pavlenko Sr. wants to ask PA how he likes his steak.
Butterflied. Well done, Mark.
Alive. Doug Kent will eat it alive, and I wanted it absolutely murdered. So we were somewhere, I think it was Illinois, and he's like, I want it rare. They go, okay, medium rare. He goes, no, I want it rare. No, we can't cook it rare. What do you mean you can't cook it rare? We're not allowed to cook it rare in the state of Illinois. Wow. That's how rare he wanted it. If it was bleeding and alive and the heart was still beating, he'd eat it.
Exactly. Best way.
Rob
No,
Bruce
sir.
said, asterisk mop.
Asterisk. I need it. I need it. It's 13 with an asterisk. Didn't give me 14. Didn't give it to me.
Oh, the asterisk wasn't because you were left-handed.
It could have been. Fortunately, they just don't. They just don't say. You know, Roger Maris hit 61 homers with an asterisk, but you know, I have 13 titles with an asterisk. We just don't know what the asterisk means.
What's 14th? What should have been 14th?
The Regional Players Championship, 2015. You guys win that team thing with the stacked team against 10 teams, and you guys get a title. I should get a title too. Sorry.
They didn't win.
Not me. We had Domo. Domo don't win team.
A what?
Domo don't win team.
They
Belmo
didn't
didn't
win.
win team. What are you talking about?
Belmo was on his team when they both
I know.
the team thing. They didn't win.
No. No, I did.
Oh, you guys won with Doherty.
No. Oh, that was with the split. That was the PBA League. You don't get a title for that one.
No. You guys won one of them.
I didn't.
You lost to McNeil and Danielle, and then you guys won the year after, didn't you?
No.
You guys
Sure,
lost
that
to
was
EJ and Rhino.
That's
Yeah,
when
you
they,
guys got
yeah.
knocked.
That's when they took the extra re-rack.
That's right.
Yeah. No.
Well,
Yeah, you're right
anyway.
with the regional players thing. What they count for titles now, you probably have about 24. But
Well, I just want one more. I don't want 20 more. But I know these other things that you guys bowl with like 8 or 10 guys and they count them as titles. So I don't see why I shouldn't get one. But hey, you know, Tom Clark and Patrick Allen, we're not like that. We had one good conversation once when he called me to tell me that I was getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. I think that was about it. He wanted to bowl action against me and Stewie. He wanted to bowl with Johnny.
Who was he going to bowl with? Was he going to bowl with
You guys
Johnny?
have no chance of beating us. You know what? He was probably right, because at that point I was averaging about 180 on tour. So
That would have been plenty. I've seen Tom bowl. That would have been plenty.
possibly yes. But to get called out by the PBA commissioner and a guy who's at that point 70 years old, yeah, I wasn't really on the pedestal of superiority at that particular moment.
What did it say about me? I was a never been, and he was still.
He just didn't like you because you were an English prick.
Oh dear.
That's all.
so PA and I bowled each other once in Memphis.
Oh no! Don't even go there, bro.
We bowled each other in Memphis. It's about the only time we actually bowled there, I think.
It was
16 match, I think, maybe. Might even
what's
round,
that?
round of 16 match, round of 32.
32.
30, yeah, it
So
wasn't.
you forget the week before, you qualified 32nd. I qualified first, and you beat me. Yeah. Beat me
Yeah, I
for
don't
6.
remember that
bowled
one.
like crap.
No, this
You know.
doesn't have that much to do with the match.
So I had a little vendetta after the next week. I'm 6th, and you're 27th, and I got to bowl you again. So I really didn't want to lose to you again. I know that I probably shouldn't beat you. I just didn't want to qualify 1st and 6th and lose to you twice.
Oh, no, I had the Brunswick balls, and that was the first year of Nick running the lanes.
Ooh.
So there wasn't much oil in the front lane. I lived in the 22 to 32 range all year.
You were get there and get to match play, and it was a totally different beast.
And I could change the lanes. But we're bowling each other.
Good.
Usual, a little banter back and forth. We both have a chance to win games in the 10th, and I think we both missed like 2 games in a row to like the other guy.
You're right.
And somebody in the back chirps at PA after the first one. And then, or maybe after the second one, and he, like I missed first and he won, then you missed, and then I won, and the guy in the back chirps at him. Well, the next time PA gets up and he has a chance to win again, this time and he turns around and just gives him the business full on. And Mike Miller's there. He's, pretty much in the old man get out of my lawn stage of his career. And he sees this and he's not happy.
No.
And Mike Miller does, we were, I wouldn't say friends, but we were friendly, but it didn't really have anything to do with him defending me. He was on the wrong side of the things right now. He just wanted a piece of somebody at that stage of the tour.
So he hadn't bowled on tour for about a year and a half. He had gotten injured. When he came back to a totally different tour. He came back to match play, doesn't matter where you qualify. He had bowled good a couple of weeks and lost his first match as well. He qualified like in the top 6 or 7, 2 or 3 weeks straight, and he lost. He wasn't a happy camper. He did not like the new PBA, and he didn't like the new Patrick Allen chirping at people either. Rubbed them the wrong way. New Mexico people and New York people, they don't really like each other too much either. So it was just a fire that just got poured on, and it got pretty ugly there. It got ugly.
There were some threats made.
Oh yeah, there were.
PA was sneaking out of the bowling center under cover of darkness to this one spot that he always parked in, and
that was a long time ago. Yeah. So there was a little bit of that at first. When the new format came, there was a lot more in your face bowling and a lot more trash talking, and it wasn't for everybody. Some people thrived on that stuff and some people didn't. They didn't like it. They never had to deal with that ever.
Well, they were asking you to be that too.
They wanted me to be that, yes.
Absolutely.
They were comfortable with me being me. I took it to the next level a little bit too many times when I probably didn't need to, and it probably affected my performance for a little bit. But yeah, they were really pushing me to be that guy, but that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way too.
What about the Ernie match?
Man, that was
that almost made what was it called at the time? Strike pass.
Oh yeah.
No, there was nothing at that point. That was the first year that the new format started. That was like the 4th week. So there was nothing. They didn't start strike pass till they started doing it like the second half of that season. They started experimenting it, but there was nothing. There was no cell phones. There was no.
You did that.
There's no footage of it at all.
That they had to have it.
It would have been worth something today. That's for sure. That would have been worth something.
So our wives.
That was
both are Patrick Allen fans for sure. Linda, red wine at the Playboy Mansion, not safe when PA is the flyer. And then
2005 ESPYs.
That one,
we got to go to the Playboy Mansion.
You won the ESPYs that year. All I won was watching.
Walter won.
Oh, Walter won. Yeah, you won a different one.
Man, it definitely wasn't for Burst.
I would have liked to have one, but I kind of had a feeling I wasn't gonna.
Can Chris's 10 questions include the definition of PA's vocabulary, horse mop, and then her favorite sauce?
Sauce is her. That's
Tina sauce.
Absolutely. I had to knock some sense into you, Stewie.
Yeah, mop.
I'm like, Stewie, what are you doing, man? This girl's for you. What are you doing, bro? And he finally listened to me. Finally. Thank God. Look where you are today. You're on the Beef and Barnzy show with Patrick Allen.
I know. I mean, dreams do come true.
For me as well.
We've just a little kid in England watching you two on Strike Pass.
Did you say little kid?
Oh yeah. Sure.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you said that.
Cue ball.
Cue ball.
Yeah. PA in the flyer that night ended up with they had the boxing matches at the Hefner Mansion, and my wife, along with his date and Mika's wife, all in the ring with the Playboy bunnies.
I don't remember Mika there. I was probably too wasted by that point with the wine. But I do remember your wife and my girlfriend at that point getting in the ring and boxing. Yes.
Yeah.
That was an interesting couple days. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
See, Brian is saying PA needs to be a weekly guest. This is great. It could become the Beef and Barnzy show featuring PA.
All right.
Nah, that's not going to happen. But I don't know who your other guests are, so maybe they just need to step up their game.
I'm telling you, Bob, we should have thought of this. We should have thought of this years ago when me and you roomed. Do you remember when Jason Thomas wanted to give us a camera for the week? We'd have been the original Brad and Kyle.
Jason Thomas.
Mika
remember him.
asked me to relive the ride back to the hotel, and for the sake of my wife, and it wasn't just the wheels on the bus
threw up too?
around. I'm going to pass on that one.
Did she throw up too?
The bus was going round and round all on its own. So,
yeah,
it was a
fair
tilt.
enough.
That was a bad one.
I think we were all there that night. Maybe everyone but you, bro. You always stay in control.
Shockingly enough, I was feeling no pain, but the windshield was still in front of me the whole time. So, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Rick Benoit says, I would watch the mop every week. There you go, mate.
Paul Wolf.
How many times have you had him on?
We haven't had Rick on yet.
A boatload?
What's that?
You haven't had Rick on yet? Seriously?
No, we haven't had him on as a guest.
You guys haven't had Rick on yet?
It's coming.
Wow.
Paul Wolf says PA at the high roller.
Bro, these people don't know, man. This is a new generation. They don't know about Rick Benoit.
They don't.
They don't know anything. You gotta enlighten them.
Yes, mate. I agree.
Paul
He's a
Wolf,
legend, man.
Paul Wolf at the showboat running the pro shop there says PA at the roller with the black trench coat in July, 110 in the shade.
That was all Lich.
Yeah.
He wanted to go in with trench coats and baseball batting helmets.
Now I'm in trouble.
That guy was way too funny. Lyndon Maury Barnes.
Boxing ring.
You should have stopped at the boxing ring. Maybe you're right.
Oh dear.
I probably don't want to know.
So I got a little sidetracked by it. Martin still to this day will watch someone at the back, and if it doesn't come off their hand good, he'll just turn to me and go, gag. Because we were bowling the World Series one of the years, like 2011 or 2012. And did you end up making that show anyway? You needed the strike and you didn't get it, but the other guy
needed the strike to get to the top 16 in that doubles thing.
That's right. So PA goes up.
The first one I threw it absolutely horrific.
And it was probably about halfway between the dots and the arrows. PA wasn't even through his first follow through. Never mind the next three that come after it. And he's gag. And Martin, I don't know why, but that like makes Martin laugh to this day. Your reaction to it, just like it almost was still on your fingers as you were saying gag. It was so quick that you said it.
That close, yeah. It was bad.
That made it for Martin. Do you remember when I asked you to help me in Indy?
No, it was the U.S. Open.
Threw a shot. Hey, PA, can you just watch the ball, see what you think, see if I need to draw another ball? All right, Matt, throw it. Throw the shot. Throw another one. Throw one more. What do you think, Matt? You don't follow through. I can't help you. I'll see you after practice.
Can't help you, bro. You got to follow through.
No matter how much I try to explain to PA, I don't care about. I just want you. I just want to see what you see at the ball going down the lane. Don't follow through. Can't help you. I'll pick you up at the back door after practice. See you.
Let's go eat lunch.
No, I think you were on a different squad to me, so you'd already practiced. So you just were like, "See you after practice. Bye."
That's possible. I don't remember, but you probably do.
Yeah, I had
I
fun
thought
with
my
you.
memory was good. I thought Joe Siccone's memory was good. Your memory's better.
Well, that's what happens
Underrated,
when you
bro.
drive around with your
Underrated.
hero, Mop. You don't want to miss any of it.
Your hero, Chris Barnes, and who else?
Wow. I always cheered for you, Mop, even though you're left-handed.
What was the text we got 2 days ago? I get my two favorite people on the show, and Chris goes, "Oh, who else is going to be on with PA?"
Oh,
Yeah,
Closer.
funny.
That would get dangerous to the Beef and Barnzy show having Rick on. I get it.
It's all right. We just have to
think
have
so?
multiple rails and try and get them all to come back to the same junction. That's all.
Wow.
Okay, Rick, we've got the mute button. Don't worry.
Might be the
How
smartest
long
man
have
in
you guys been
bowling.
doing this for?
It's probably true.
3 months, maybe.
He's one of them. That's for sure. A lot of people don't know, man. I can't believe you haven't had him out here yet. As much as you both guys looked up to that guy, wow, I'm shocked. You had me on before Rick Benoit. I'm impressed.
You got a cult following, Mop, though.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Staying strong here at like 200 live.
Yeah.
How many do you guys usually have?
Like 140, maybe.
Oh, we upped the numbers a little bit, huh? Good. Okay.
That's what happens when you get Hall of Famers on, Mop.
That's right.
Well, we got two at least. Maybe one day
Exactly.
you'll get there, bud.
I don't. But I think my best thing for the Hall of Fame will be when Dom gets inducted and I get to murder him in a speech before it.
Here's
Fair
something.
enough.
That might be Hall of Fame worthy.
We talk about
Who murdered Tommy Jones? Was that you, Barnzy?
No, Lee.
Lee Levenis? Wow,
And
I
he
didn't
did as well.
even know that.
what about it?
About Lee introducing Tommy Jones at the.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no. Lee's been his sponsor since before.
Lee was backing him in amateur tournaments before he
Right.
even went on tour.
Before I really knew him.
Absolutely.
I mean, I knew who he was, but I hadn't met him yet.
Yep.
Yeah, he's been around forever. So, but Andy Patterson, people don't know this about you. They hear all the trash talking, but you are like the ultimate integrity guy too, I think. So I don't think a lot was said about this, but can you go over the 2013 WSOB when you called the foul on yourself, ultimately costing you a show?
It really wasn't that big of a deal. I stuck. I went on the foul light. The buzzer didn't go off because I didn't go over the line actually, but I went on the foul light. So obviously you foul. So if I didn't call a foul on myself, somebody else would have called it on me. So I don't really think it was that much in integrity, but a lot of people say that it was, but
that's literally the most ultimate PA answer ever.
it wasn't like I went over the line and nobody saw it and I called it on myself. Somebody would have said something.
Chris, could that have been the most PA answer to anything ever?
Yes.
You did something good. Well, it wasn't really that good.
No,
It wasn't.
everybody would have.
Because
Well,
if I didn't do it,
Well, they
if I
don't,
don't
because
call a foul on myself there, somebody else sees it. It's on extra frame. They're gonna call it on me. So you know what? Call it on yourself and just move on.
So
That's it.
here's a guy who doesn't know the rabbit warren he's going down with this question. PA,
Oh, God.
did you drill a ton of balls on tour?
I did for a while,
PA was Don Barrett.
but there
before
were a
Don
lot
Barrett.
of guys that drilled balls more balls than me, and one of them roomed with us. Lonnie Wallachek.
Remember when Lonnie
That
got
guy drilled.
the ring? And he
Before,
would
I
go up
mean,
to the
Lonnie was
balls.
never really on staff with anybody. That guy drilled balls like you wouldn't believe. Those 2 years he was like really, really doing well. It was unbelievable how many balls that guy drilled. Way more than I did. I just reslugged more balls than everybody else.
Should we tell the story about when we were in Reno with Lonnie in the microwave?
You can if you want. Go ahead. I don't think it was Reno. I think no. You know what? It was Reno. You're right.
Reno, yeah. So I was rooming with Lonnie that week.
Why am I saying you're doing anything that's not
No, but
right?
it was just
you don't.
So
miss
Lonnie had his
anything.
own microwave on the truck,
He did.
but he would leave it for the truck guys most of the time because he could always find a microwave at the hotel. So we were in Reno, and PA at the time had some gambling. He liked to gamble a little. He had a couple of fun times in Reno, and so basically all week everything was comped for PA for food. So for some reason, somehow, I don't know how it happened, but PA had 2 cards because he got a duplicate somewhere or whatever. So he gave one to me and he said, "You know my date of birth, Mop? Big P, lowercase a, knock yourself out." So me and Martin were eating in the restaurants, no problem. "Oh, Mr. Allen, yeah, no problem." Patrick. Allen. And of course, it didn't matter as long as we didn't like eat at Brew Brothers and the deli or whatever at the same time. There was no problem. So at the time, a microwave was, I don't know, $10 a night or whatever. So Lonnie says to PA, "Mom, can you get me a microwave?" PA's like, "Lonnie, I can eat at every restaurant in here for free. Why the fuck would I want a microwave? They're not going to give me a microwave." "Oh, well, you could ask for one and they'd give it you." And he goes, "No, Mom. No, Mom." And he goes, "Well, Stu's doing this." And he goes, "He can pull it off. You can't pull it off, Mom. Can't do it. Can't do it." So Lonnie gets his food back, and the first thing he cooks is like this curry or whatever. PA's in the room next door. He comes in. He's like, "Lonnie, Mom, curry. Can't do it, Mom. Can't do it." We all laughed. Let's go for dinner.
Stunk. Lonnie would, Lonnie was obviously a fitness freak. Lonnie would never eat out. Like the only place he would ever go eat out is like Chipotle. So he would have a cooler of like all his food for the week and everything, and he would like microwave all this stuff, and that's just was Lonnie, and you had to get used to it. Lonnie was Lonnie.
Different guy. That was a interesting trio, wasn't it? Me, you, and Lonnie.
It was a definitely interesting trio, but I got to room with Lonnie for a couple of stops, a couple of years, and it was fun.
Yeah, me and PA, no problem eating at 11 o'clock at night. Lonnie would have a heart attack if he contemplated eating at that time of night.
That's why he was wearing bicycle jerseys, and the rest of us wearing, small tents. So
I mean, it's so weird that me and PA look like we do, and Lonnie looks like he does. It's so weird.
I don't know how that actually worked out.
No Fridays on Friday.
Figure it out.
Can't do it.
No Fridays on Friday, bro. We went 0 for, I think it was 0 for 8. 2003 season. We were rooming 4 in a room. It was Doug Kent, Peter Hernandez, John May, and myself. And we all made the finals 2 weeks in a row. We all made the top 32. Went to Fridays the first week. Before the finals, we all lost. Next week, we're bowling in Tacoma, I think. All made the finals. 0 for 4. Done. No more Fridays ever on Friday. 0 for 8. Couldn't win a match. That was it.
I still remember
Doug
one.
was more of an Applebee's guy. I was definitely a Fridays guy, but I did not argue with him no more after that. Anytime he wanted to go to Applebee's, no problem, bro. And we lost in some horrific ways too. Like Doug needed a strike to win and missed the freaking head pin, and I needed a hit to win a match and washed out, and it was just ugly, really ugly.
The logical conclusion was it was
Brutal loss.
Friday's fault.
Losing is one thing, but those brutal losses, they're hard to swallow because you got to sit on that loss for another week. One shot was your whole week. One shot. Where
Rick
it
Benoit
ain't like that no more.
Yeah,
It's different. Completely
Sure.
different.
Yeah, I wish it was that way.
Rick wants to get Mike Miller and you on the show at the same time. We'll do that the episode after we get him and Danny Wiseman on at the same time.
That's a good one. Fortunately, Mike and myself kind of buried the hatchet after that, and everything was kind of okay. But yeah, you know, Mike was a different kind of guy.
Timmy, Arnold White, bro.
Arnold White, he was a guy that used to bowl JBTs with Timmy a few years after I had already left JBT, and yeah, that's who Arnold White is. He's a guy that lives in Pennsylvania, some big lefty, just got all over it, and Timmy Mac's idol for whatever reason, I'm not really sure. Arnold White.
I feel like we could go on all day with this.
We could. We may have to come back. I may just take a show off, and we'll let you and PA host a session.
Oh, stop.
Oh, can we get Dougie
You got a
on?
couple of chime-ins, bro. Relax.
That's perfect. We just have Doug on that week. You three can just tales from the tour. There we go.
So before we actually go, I want to know, or I want you to tell everybody about Houdini Brother.
Me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you. We know what it is. Oh, yeah, no. Come on, man. Houdini Brother.
You're a better storyteller than I. Go ahead.
Nah, man. You remember the Houdini Brother, right, Stewie?
Vaguely. Not as well.
This is when he bowled the action match. The year they bowled he bowled the Chris Barnes Challenge, and he bowled against Pepe at Babylon. You don't remember?
Keep going. You'll tell it better than I.
So Pepe's like, he's wide. He's got the front eight the first game. Every ball splits the 8-9. Every shot. Every single shot. He splits the 8. And I'm like, he's going to friggin' drill him.
Oh.
And then, they started to transition a little bit. And he got a break in the third game. He was like starting to take over the match. And it was like the 6th or 7th frame. I think he tripped the 4. He rolled the 2. And, being in New York, we were in Babylon, and he yelled it out. Houdini Brother! The whole place laughed. The whole place rolled, and that's where Houdini Brother came from. But he's just that kind of guy. He makes everybody else say his story for him. He never does it. He never does it.
I learned that from you. I don't think I came up with that. I think that
you might not have come up with it, but I know what Houdini Brother is. And that's why you're smiling.
Yeah, Mika had a little piece of that match too.
I'm sure he did.
Left-hander at Babylon. That was I needed to be getting odds in that match. So,
did you need odds when you played JT as well?
Not as much there, but it was one game.
Oh, did you beat him?
Yeah.
Did you beat JT?
Yeah.
You did?
I
don't know. I know you lost to a couple of guys.
I did lose to a couple of guys, but I lost the low rank matches. I didn't lose. Aguirre thumped me for a little bit.
You didn't bowl that well in that match. You bowled about as well as I did on the TV show that Sunday.
Yeah, that was when the lane machine.
We would have had a really good match against each other, about 520 to 510. So
yeah.
Wasn't that the week where the lane machine broke though, and they had a different lane machine for the show?
No, that wasn't what happened.
Okay.
The topography on the left lane for Cheetah was no good.
Mopped.
It was
Mopped.
It wasn't the delaying machine.
Okay.
If they went over and looked at the scores on that pair for the week, and on that lane on Cheetah, it just was not good, especially on the guys that were left-handed that pulled on that particular pair. But it is what it is, and that's it.
Benoit wants to know about these are matches, obviously. I bowled against Sciano with this deal. The only one on the lane between 5 and 10. They did that little scam match. That was
The ass shot mob.
no, that was
What happened?
Rubio. That's at home field. But this was of some
That
other
was at home
place
field,
on
and
the
then
island
and
against
then you sent Eugene McCune down there to bowl him.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. On the S shot.
I'd already got Rubio for a little bit, and so we sent Eugene down, and they didn't know.
They didn't know, bro.
When his third
They
shot
didn't know he
didn't
could land
count,
on friggin'
it
one.
was over.
Yeah.
So here we go, Chris. The PBA news was they are announcing 2 all-women teams joining the PBA League this year. There we go.
Wow.
I'm gonna leave off the last half of that, but yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. I guess USBC and the PBA got together for that.
It'll be interesting to see. I would
It will.
think they would have to pay a lot to have non-PBA members be part of the
So
PBA
now there's
league.
going to be there's 12 teams now.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be like the NFL soon, Mop.
Man, can we get to 16 and get like a charity? Get a charity old guy team.
Well, you can almost have the 13 title team.
That would be an interesting team. Let's just.
Well, you got a pretty good start there.
Well, we got 3. I don't know. I don't know if we can get 2 more though. That's the only thing. Might have to get the wives.
Something about a 710 store with the alley at Woodhaven.
Oh God, that was a long time ago. That was an action match. By Ali and myself bowling a match at Woodhaven in 1990. Valley needs a strike to win. He goes right to the beak. Lanes are impossible. Leaves a 710. The guy on the other team, Steve Sciarella, needs a mark if Viali doesn't strike. He goes up and leaves a 310. So in action, the guy on the right always goes first. So Viali goes up and he makes it to win. And the bet was about 1,800 that game. And we were 2 down in that match. So that's our tap out game. If we don't win that game, we're 3 down, then the night's over. He makes the spare, goes crazy, goes on the ball return for an hour. And it was incredible. And then we end up winning the next 3 games, and we go 2 up, and that totally swung the match for the whole night.
I think we're gonna have another one where we'll
Crazy.
just have we'll talk about all the old action matches, but we're already over an hour in this. And so
Just quickly, Chris, the 2
Yep.
teams are going to be the Phoenix Fury, the Miami Waves. The Phoenix team is going to be managed by Kim Terrell Kearney. The Miami Waves by Bob Learn.
Now, are they going to get drafted, or are they going to just give them the top, the top 10 bowlers?
They're going to be drafted top 35.
Top 35.
So yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Come up.
Hi, Linda Nori Barnes.
So yeah. So that should be.
you want to come ask the questions?
No.
So we got 10 rapid fire questions for you, Mark.
10 rapid fire questions.
10 frames with the mop.
Yeah.
All right. Gosh, where do we want to start today? You have any you want to ask today, Stu?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tina wants me to ask for some definitions, so we can do it. Like,
no,
you're not doing
9
it.
frames with the mop.
Source.
A very attractive female.
There we go. And then mop.
Bro.
Yeah,
Buddy.
I feel like it went like Mop was like somebody you were cool with. Hoss was a mild acquaintance. Bagger, they were you guys. Would you say that was a fair one?
They all kind of meant the same thing. They were just different terminologies.
I was kind of a rude Midwestern guy the first time I went up and bowled. What was it? Something on the island. I can't remember what we bowled. And he goes, "Yo, Mop, what's going on?" I thought he was like calling me the janitor. I didn't know. I thought he was making fun of me. I didn't even know. Huh.
It was one of the Jim Lustig tournaments, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was. That's what it was.
The Buddy Russell or the Andy Verapapa tournament.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Gosh, to start this right. Have you ever been in handcuffs?
Yes.
It was rapid fire.
No, I wanted the rest of that story.
No.
No. Okay. What accomplishment are you most proud of?
Being on the Beef and Barnzy show.
Come on,
Stop.
it's nonsense.
Proving a lot of people wrong. A lot of people thought I was never going to be anything as a professional bowler, and Rudy Revs never won a title, and people thought I was never going to win ever, and I was kidding myself, and I was fortunate to prove them all wrong.
Hall of Famer, hardest worker on tour, hardest worker I ever met. Fact.
Gotta hit the range, Mop.
A long time ago.
Get a bucket of balls, hit the range.
Long time ago, man. Lot of buckets.
What's one thing you would tell rookie you?
What's the one thing I would tell who?
The rookie version of you before you went out. What would you?
Don't be in awe of these guys. Respect them, but don't be in awe. I unfortunately was, I think, for a while. Ernie Schlegel had to kind of bring that guy out in me that I was afraid to bring out.
Makes sense. So, how many miles did you drive? Have you driven to tournaments now?
Over 1 million, easy, soft, no problem.
Soft.
You're on the Nissan, Ford, and Honda frequent driver program.
Mercury Sable, Honda Pilot, Nissan Pathfinder, Ford Fusion. They probably are at about 850, and that doesn't include all the other driving I've done since.
There you go.
Excluding present company, best and worst roommates.
Oh boy, best roommate was Doug Kent, obviously. Worst roommates, worst. So the first year or so, I bowled out there a lot. I roomed with a lot of different people every single week. So, man, worst. Let's just go everybody else but Doug Kent. Before Stewie.
Well, nice to meet the new politically correct Mop. All right.
We need this. We need to record him at the
I
car.
told you. Everything's different now, man. I've evolved.
He's a pro shop operator now. He's going to be nice to
You
everybody.
got to be politically correct there. You know that.
Don't tell Mark Anderson.
I won't. I promise.
Dumbest way you've hurt yourself.
What's that?
Dumbest way you've hurt yourself.
I slammed the ball in the bag. The ball bounced out of the bag and went right on my foot.
We all have some version of that story somewhere, somehow.
Maybe, yeah.
If you won $1 million, what would you do with it right now?
Probably lose it in five years.
A couple of trips to Atlantic City.
Can't take it with you, bro. Can't take it with you.
What?
Sorry, George Steinbrenner. Can't take it with you, bro.
Who was your biggest influence?
Wow. Doug Kent.
All right. And then 10th is a two-part question. What's the most you've gambled on one hand?
1,800. I think you guys might have actually even seen it.
18. All right.
Skyhook.
What's the most you've gambled on one game?
Less than 1,800.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say both those numbers
Definitely.
surprise me.
It's pretty hard to gamble more than 1,800 on Pygo.
It's hard to gamble more than 1,800 bowling, too.
do you remember when we were in there and we were batting and we
Yeah,
were
I was throwing Doherty $100 chips across the casino. Yeah.
Skyhook.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about when that woman came to the table and she was like 80 years old or whatever, and you're like, oh my god, she's the cooler mop. We're leaving.
I don't remember, bro. Sorry.
The cooler.
Michelob Ultra. I don't remember.
I still remember when you had the Black Cloud. What's his name? Cabernaro's mate. You had him escorted from the table. He needs to go. you were a couple of drinks in. The guy who always wears the hat. Right. Dave. Is it Dave? Is that the guy's name?
Dave. Yeah, Dave needed to go. Yeah.
He's got to go. Security guard looks at him and goes, he's betting 1,500 a hand mop. What do you want me to do?
He's got to go.
There it is, Batowski.
Dave Bykowski. He's definitely got to go.
Oh, dear. Sorry,
Stephanie Casey. It's Dave Bykowski. Yep. So when do you guys start bowling again?
Oh, man. It's always good catching.
When do you guys start bowling again?
You what?
I'm bowling the Lucy.
When do you guys start bowling again?
End of July, bowling the Lucy.
In Houston still?
Yeah, in Houston, Texas.
In the different center, because that place closed.
It's been at Crossroads for a few years now.
I gotcha. Okay.
Moved around a couple of times.
Man, you guys got to get back out after it.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah. Well, it's been
Everybody's
good.
Back to even now.
What'd you say, Mop?
Everybody's back to even now.
Yeah, I don't know. I bowled with Simonson yesterday.
For a few months.
I bowled with Simonson yesterday. It looked like he was still in mid-season form.
Okay.
He got so bored of beating us, he started throwing the backup wheel.
He's good at it, though, man.
Oh, it's unbelievable. So, keep an eye out today on our social media. I think Chris is going to have some pot games going on.
Awesome.
You gonna have that going on, Chris?
Yeah. I don't think it's not a big money game, but it's something to AJ Chapman, AJ Johnson, not AJ Johnson. Sorry, Dimitri Cruz, Anthony Lavery.
I put that one in your head. Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
The good thing about it is Chris is giving them the Tiger Woods line. What do you want to bowl for?
Nice.
Whatever makes you uncomfortable. They all said $10.
10. Funny, man.
I think I'm going to be practicing over with Simonson later on in the day. So we're going to put some of that up. I think the Tang brothers are going to make an appearance. So I know it's not Robert Smith, but
here we go. PA and Linda both out of retirement for the Lucy.
# all out.
Yeah.
Linda's retired as well?
Hadn't thrown a shot in 2 years.
Awesome. I've got her by about one.
Yeah, Linda's # is all out.
Hey, when we get to this age, bro, you're all in or you're all out.
Yes, sir.
Half-assing it, don't get it done.
No, it does not.
No, sir.
No.
Okay, well, thanks again.
Thank you guys for having me, man. It was fun.
Yeah, we'll endeavor to get you back on at some point for sure.
I'll be looking forward to it. Houdini, brother.
Yes, Mark. All right, take care of yourself.
All right, guys. Once
good, my
again,
friends.
thank all our sponsors: Storm, Global, Roto, Vice, Turbo, Master, 3G, Dexter, Cool Whip, Cool Wick, Logo Infusion, and evidently Honda, Nissan, Ford, and Mercury. So appreciate it. Support small business out there. Tell you everybody can get on the lanes. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless.
See you later.